Okay, this is like my my third take of this whole thing in my head. But anyway, so well, like I was saying, I feel I got some things going on in my head right now, and I'm trying to keep from spiraling with them. And so I'm trying to talk it out and be reasonable in my mind with myself. Because I mean, with having the bipolar disorder and some things with anxiety, then I sometimes don't think properly, and I try to figure it out on my own, and then I try to talk to the person that I'm dealing with, and then get a clearer picture. And right now, I don't have that clearer picture, and it's bothering me. So, just to talk things through, a few weeks ago, a friend of mine needed some help, right? Something happened to his car or whatever, it broke down. And so, he called me, I need some assistance. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. And so, I, being me, of course, he's my friend. I'm like, just tell me, what you want me to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm there. And so then that day, I went to pick him up, went to eat, took him home. No, I think we went I'm talking about dog hunting. Car shopping a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. And so then I took him home, and I went the next morning to get him and take him to work by 8 o'clock. Oh my God, I don't wake up that early. But I did it because that's my friend, and that's what friends are supposed to do or whatever. And not to mention, at the same time, I really do have feelings for him, and he knows that. And so all of that took place. I just was like, hey, just take my car and blah blah blah. And I just stayed home, which is not an issue for me because I will stay home and I don't care. But I think that there's two things that's kind of disturbing me. One is that I normally do not see him on the weekends. And because he needed something, that's when I heard from him. And that bothers me, because was it just the fact that he needed me, or is there something else in play? Because I got two things that's going on in my head. The one thing is that he just knew I would do it for him regardless. And so he just contacted me, and he only needed me for that period. He only spent those days with me because he needed something from me. Um, the second thing, the reason why I think that it played out, and see, that's what I could be completely wrong, because but I guess it it's never happened before where we hung out on the weekend, and it's not happened since then. Not saying that it's supposed to, but I don't understand why not. And so I guess my biggest thing is, you gotta snore that loud, dude. Anyway, so I don't want to be that person, and I'm always that person where I'm gonna go out of my way to help you, especially if it's someone that I care for, and clearly it's somebody that I care for, because clearly it's somebody that I care for, because I wouldn't. What in the hell? I wouldn't do that for a whole lot of people. And not necessarily because I really am that person. If somebody really needed me, I would do whatever I needed to do to help them. But it's different because this person is very, very special to me. And I can say that right now I'm feeling some kind of way. I really am. I don't know how to feel, because what I think may have happened, and this is just my thought process, and this is where my mind is, and I'm speaking that because I'm being realistic and being honest about everything that goes through my head sometimes, and that's why I'm glad that I'm actually talking to myself, and not trying to talk to somebody else, because I can be real with me. Okay, so the other piece of it is I went to his home, I think last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it must have been like Monday or something, because today is Monday, right? Must have been on Monday, Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. And so in the room that we normally go in and work, right? He's got, all these balloons and bears and whatever. And so I'm like, okay, well, who is all this from? Just looking, just like, okay, okay. So it's the girl that he broke up with not too long ago, right? And so he was like, well, she apologized and this and that. And, from the situation that he told me about, I can see, how somebody could apologize when I understand that, but for what was done, I don't think that it would be something that I would have taken lightly. You know what I mean? And so that's not, I don't know if that's the case, and it may not be, but I feel like during the past weekend, he had the blowout with the tire, and running around to get a car and everything. And you contact me when you needed something. He contacted me because um he needed me to do some not W-2s, but um statements. Oh shoot, pay stubs. And so I did it, and he's, like, yeah, well, you need to hurry up. You need to hurry up. And I'm looking like, okay, well, first of all, how am I supposed to know that you were at the dealership? And I mean, he when he texted, he was at the dealership. So in other words, you were already out looking for a car. You know what I mean? And so somebody had to take you. And whatever the case may be, you had to be with somebody, or you probably would have called me. And so that kind of makes me look like, okay, am I being stupid? Am I really being that stupid? Because this person is always talking about how much they need me, but I don't see that. I don't see that as a case. When those things happened the other week, I felt like I was needed. I felt like I was important. And now I don't. I feel like it was just a fluke incident that happened. Right. And so this is why I'm trying to talk it out. I'm just trying to get through it. So that's one thing that bothered me, okay? So today we met at the same place we always meet to have dog is snoring, to have pizza, and talk about a couple of things. And we talked, but when I got there, I saw that he had gotten another car, so yesterday when I helped him to do all of that, he never responded and let me know that he got the car. He just, he just didn't respond. He didn't say anything else after that to me about, hey, thank you for helping me out, and I got the car, so when I pull up today and I see that he has the car, it made me feel some kind of a way. um it really did. And I think it made, and so when I got there, I saw the car and I'm like, it's really nice, but that wasn't the first thing that came out of my mouth. The first thing that came out of my mouth was, oh, so you went and got the car. And so He was like, yeah, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And so I was asking, I'm like, well, why you didn't tell me that you had actually purchased it? Oh, well, I was at the dealership, so you know. No, I don't know, because we went to the dealership a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or whatever the case may be, a couple weeks ago, and you didn't get a car then. You just put in, some applications or whatever. So he was like, oh, okay, well, I thought I had no. Here's the thing. Um, with me, I believe I'm a very transparent person, so I'm thinking, and I hate to say this, but is he intentionally trying to hurt me? Because he knows how I feel. And I've been straightforward about that. I've not wavered from that. And I understand that he may not feel the same way about me, but if you are not going to let me in your life, then why would you do that and think nothing of it? And this is why I say we don't need to be working together, because this is a problem for me. And so yeah, I had a problem with that, and not a problem, but I did feel some kind of way, and so I went into protecting myself mode, asking, a couple of questions, and whatever the case may be. But I keep going back to this, and I keep telling him that this is hard on me. And I'm going back to an issue of how to maintain the professionalism, but still remain his friend, and still remain business partners. And it's not working for me. I love hanging out with him. I love being around him. I absolutely do. But how do you deal with someone that you know, that you're absolutely in love with, and they're not in love with you, but you have to continuously see them on a continuous basis? And so I've told him on multiple occasions that it's not this it's hard for me to handle this. It really is. And I probably shouldn't be upset about this, because I'm not his girlfriend. He's never even come close to even asking me something like that. But either way, it still made me, I guess, a little bit jealous, because you didn't do it with me. And you only did that with me because you needed me at the time. So now that you don't need me, you don't contact me anymore on the weekend. And that's always bothered me before. But now it's like, okay, you could if you wanted to, and you choose not to. And so now it's like, what am I supposed to do? Because I said earlier that we're entangled together. We have so many things that's dependent upon not just me, or not just him, but the both of us. And so, as I said today to him, I believe that we are intertangled. I think that's the word for it. Entangled, whatever. I think and that may be it. We're entangled. And so we have so many things that um, go with everything that we're doing for the both of us. And so my feeling really is that we are supposed to be connected, but it's not my thoughts that we are supposed to be connected as just friends. My thoughts are and this is just what I'm saying, that we are entangled in this way because the reason why everything is happening as well as it is now, as quick as it is now, is because we have aligned with each other together. And so I just have those feelings, that if we were to do better and continue to grow what we're doing, that it can't happen unless we are together. Because what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to be too overwhelmed to keep doing this, and I'm going to step out. And when I step out, it's going to be for good, because I know me. I'm just that person. I'm that kind of person. And so I'm trying to nip it in the bud, um and not obsess over it, because that's what I'm doing as of today. As of right now, I'm obsessing, and I don't want to do that. It's in my it's a part of the disorder. It really is. And I've been doing everything to combat that, but it's really, really hard for me. Can you imagine somebody that you're in love with? You spend all this time around that person, but they don't have the same feelings as you have. Do you know how hard that is? It's really, really hard. And for me, it's really, really hard. Um, I try to pull my feelings out of it, but it's like every time we hang together, and do stuff or whatever, it doesn't go away. It gets stronger. And that's what I was trying to tell him the other week, that I gotta take a break from him. He's not understanding what I'm saying. I don't think he understands, because he's probably never been in this kind of situation. I mean, me, I'm always in these kinds of situations. And while I know it's just me, it's painful. It's it's very painful. And nobody knows what I go through. So in my mind, I wanted to say, just, I've said it a few times, and it's not me that repairs things. It's always him. But I don't know why. Because it's really, really hurting me. It really is. And I don't think he understands that. And I'm not trying to let it I'm trying my best not to let it consume me, and hurt me, because I don't know. I never know. Cause I'm me. And all I can be is me. I love people. And I, with the bipolar disorder, it does sometimes you tend to feel stronger than most other people. And so where my feelings are, I don't think people understand me. I do things for people because I want to help, but I do that for only the people that I really, really care about and I really love. And I don't know how to remove these feelings. Um, I don't know how to remove this without completely disengaging. And, eventually I think I'm going to have to. But it's so much going on, and so much at stake, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I hate, I hate that I'm crying, but I'm really, really upset, and I really don't. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should say something. I just don't. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't. I just want to go into my shell and not come back out. I want to take him and leave him where he is, because don't get me wrong, I do. I love being around him, but that's the problem. I really do. And I can't say that, it's not working. It's not working. I always can hope for, a good outcome, but in reality, it's not there. Because if it were, he would already know. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to do, because I don't want to. It's hard for me to find somebody that I really care about, that really um, gives me the what I need, and he does that for me. Um, I'm always, happy around him. I'm always happy to talk to him, happy to hear from him, happy to see him. And I'm not saying that the same thing is not for him, but it's so it's something is not adding up, and I don't know what it is, and I don't think that is me. I know that I'm overthinking things, but at the same time, I don't feel like he has a clear understanding of what I go through. I don't think he understands that. And so then you got all these women that he's, you know, dealing with, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just trying to, at this point, I just want somebody for me. Um, and so this whole thing is like, it's just like, it's there, and I can't control. It's certain things that I just can't control, and one of them are is my feelings. Um, and so what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I know that things like this happen, but how do you move forward in a situation like this and not have hurt feelings? You know, and I hate it. I hate feeling this way, but I'm really, really kind of, I'm disappointed right now. And I'm disappointed right now. And one of the reasons why, one of the right reasons why I'm disappointed is because, okay, so earlier, after we had lunch or dinner, or whatever the case may be, I guess it was lunch, and I called him afterwards because we was talking or whatever. He said he was tired. He had to go home and take a nap or whatever. So I called him, and I was saying something, and then he kind of cut me off and said, well, I'll call you back. And I said, okay. So he didn't call back. And so I texted him, and he didn't respond. And so when I spoke to him earlier today, I said, I don't like when you ghost me like that. It bothers me, which it does, and as you can see, it does, because my anxiety kicks in, and so I'll maybe go smoke and calm myself down a little bit, but it's still there until I talk to that person. And so if I don't talk to that person, then I'm on edge until I do. And I don't want to feel that way. That's hurtful. Nobody knows how hurtful that is for me. So it's like, what do you do? I don't know. I'm guessing I can't keep going through this. I don't know how to stop it. I'm really I'm really at my wit's end because I don't know what to do. And I wish I did. I know what to do, but I don't know how to do it, but continue to have the progress that has been happening. I'm a little scared because I know, no, I don't know. I'm a little scared because if I decide that, hey, I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. And then things keep happening and they're bothering me, they're hurting me, it's hurting me. It's not just that, oh, I don't want to do this, or I think it's no. It is hurting, it's really hurting me. And I don't know how to solve the problem. I don't know if the problem can be solved. All I can say is I would hope, that my feelings would change and that I could remove myself. And this is the thing, for my feelings to change, I have to completely sever my relationship with him until they change, until I feel as though I'm able to be in his company without hoping that it's going to be something else. And that's that's what I always do. And we're talking about belief earlier, right? We're talking about hope. And just like I told him today, you can believe whatever you want to believe. You can hope whatever you want to hope. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. And so all this stuff that people be telling me about, oh yeah, you just got to ask. That doesn't even make sense to me anymore, because what are you talking about? I got to ask. Who I got to ask? Because whomever it is not listening to me. And it's awful. It's an awful feeling for me. It's an awful feeling to have to deal with. And I don't know. I'm so lost right now. So lost because why why do people do things? And my question is he just doing this because he knows how I feel about him and he just doesn't care? I don't. If you knew the backstory of this whole thing, you would understand kind of why I feel the way that I feel, because the way that we got connected was just kind of crazy. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on at the time, and I'm loyal to people. I'm loyal to a fault, and he actually said that to me. But I am loyal to people, and when until I'm too hurt, until you continuously hurt me, and if you continuously hurt me, and I let people do that, and I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I should be a lot more assertive, and I don't want to
I'm at the point. I'm just. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, and I don't think people understand what someone with mental health issues go through. Um, I like being his friend. I'm not happy with just being his friend. And oh, I look terrible. Um uh I don't know how I don't know how to do this. I just don't. And I'm so confused right now. My mind is like, I'm I'm so it bothers I don't want to think that he would do that. But how else am I supposed to look at it? Because truth is, I've never ever seen him on the weekend. The only time I saw him was that time when he needed somebody to help him. So now that you don't need me to help you, now you call whomever else because that person is going to help you now. So now I feel like I was just stupid just for doing what I did. And I didn't do it to get anything out of it. I did it because it's me and that's how I am towards people. I wouldn't do that for just anybody, but I would always do those things for people that I care about. I just don't want to be I feel like I feel like that in that area of my life, I can't win. I can't win. And I keep going through these things in my mind, but they're not real. And so I don't they're not real. So I don't know what is real and what's not. Uh, you know, um, I've always that it's been a while since I've had feelings for him, and I've told him that so does it bother me when he talks about somebody else? Yeah, absolutely it does. It really does. But the truth is that if I'm supposed to be his friend, then that's not supposed to bother me. But I cannot say that it doesn't because it does. If I just had friendship feelings for him, it wouldn't bother me. But clearly, I do not. So, what do you tell somebody that? What do you tell somebody? Look, I've told and I've said this on multiple occasions, and he's not understanding me. He's not understanding me, and is today. I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep going through this. I don't. I want to, I would be better off. I'm always better off if I'm just not in contact with somebody. But how do you deal with having to be in contact with somebody basically all the time and having something in you that is just pulling you towards this person, but this person is not there. They're not where you are. So and see, I'm so upset And I probably haven't even talked about, half of the things that I'm upset about, but that's one of the things, because the fact that you can contact me you can contact me when you want to contact me, when you need to contact me. And the second thing is, I can talk to you and be in a conversation with you. You can say, I'm going to call you back, and you never do. And then when I text you, and then you just don't reply. And so what that says to me, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. What that says to me is that you're not concerned about me. That says that, to me, it says, and this is me, it says that you are not that important. That's what it says to me. You are not that important for me to not just not call you back or pick up the phone, but not even respond to you via text. And that infuriates me, because I wouldn't do that to you, but I can't base what I would do and somebody else. And this is not the first time that he's done that. So I'm at the place where I know two things. No, well, maybe three. I know that he doesn't care whether or not I have something I want to say or something I want to talk about. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. It only matters when he's in need of something. And I think that's the only reason, really, why he is even around me, because I do bring a lot to the table, and I do try to help him on whatever his thoughts are, whatever it is that he wants. I try to make that happen if I can. And so I'm doing a lot of work, and the work is not just for me, it's for us. But I don't feel as though I'm getting as much out of it as I should be, because this kind of stuff shouldn't be bothering me, but it does. It really does. And I just can't understand it. And so okay, so what's the other thing that bothers me? The other piece that bothers me is that, why am I not in consideration? I'm a wonderful woman. I really am. And we've been connected for a while, and I think of us as really good friends, but at the same time, are we? Yeah, he says he would do, whatever he can for me, and vice versa. But what does that mean? That means nothing to me. That means nothing to me. I'm so disturbed right now that I really can't think straight. And so I'm trying to talk this out so I can figure out how I should really be thinking, because this is my thinking process right now, and I can't change it. I can't change it. And not only can't I change it, but I cannot stop obsessing over it. So I text you, you don't text me back. Maybe the next day you contact me. So what does that mean to me? That means to me that me contacting you, I'm not that important where you feel like you need to return a reply. You're too busy to return my call or my text. And what's that? And so that's what bothers me, because if I think that if I think that you're important enough in my life, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to call you back and don't do it. If it was sometimes, okay, but it's all the time. All the time. I'm going to call you back and does not do it. Leave me hanging high and dry. And so how am I supposed to feel about that? I feel that like that because if the reason why it wouldn't bother me to not answer somebody's call or not answer their text is because they're just not that important. It's plain and simple. That's what I see. They are not that important to me. I and that bothers me so bad because what is that? It makes me think that I'm important when I'm really not. I'm really not. It's like, if I step away, life goes on. And that's the same thing I keep trying to tell him. If I step away, life goes on. He does not need me as he says he does. Because if he did, he wouldn't do this to me. He wouldn't do this to me. If he knew how much this affected me, he wouldn't do this to me. And he's always talking about he keeps not putting up with me. Well, yeah, basically, not really being, I don't know how you say it, but, well, basically, I got some ways. We all do. And I know I do. I'm crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But I've never done anything to him that I've had my little breakdowns, which is really what I'm doing right now. I'm having a breakdown, an emotional breakdown. And I don't know what to do. How do I continue doing this thing and still keep myself safe, my heart safe? Right now it's not safe. It's not safe, and it can't be made to be safe. And then so what it does is it prevents me from being as productive as I could be because I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm still got anxiety because it's like my heart is just beating really, really fast. My mind is like continuously racing. What do I do? How do I get him to contact me back so I can talk about it? And he doesn't do that, and that bothers me so bad. It really does. And I don't mean it to. I really don't want it to. I'm trying. I don't know what to do. But I gotta deal with it, and I don't know what way. I don't even know if I should say anything, but if I don't, then it's just gonna continue to build up in me and fester. And then it's going to break down our relationship. And eventually I'm gonna hate him. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to hate him. But I know the process that I'm gonna go through. I know me. And it happens too much for me to not know that that's what's gonna happen. And because I care about him, and I told him this before, if you really care about me, you'll just let me go. And he don't want to do that. But I have to protect myself. And I keep telling him I gotta be able to protect myself. And right now, I don't feel protected. I don't feel safe. I need to feel safe, and I don't feel safe at all. I feel like at any moment, just everything just can come crashing down on me. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's just a matter of time that everything just starts coming down all around me, because I can't, I'm unable to control what I'm feeling right now. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I really am. I know I've been taking my medication, and I've been medicating, if that's what you want to call it, because it's been helping me to de-stress. The only reason why this is happening right now, and I'm so upset, is because he won't respond to me. He won't say anything to me, and I feel like I don't know how I feel. I know I I feel some kind of way. I do. And I don't like this feeling, because I've had this feeling on multiple occasions. So eventually there's going to be a complete breakdown. Eventually I'm just going to leave. Period. And I'm not going to tell him. He's just gonna look up and not be able to contact me. I mean, plain and simple. Because if I tell you, then try to talk to me or talk me out of it or whatever. But when things of this like this happens, then I'm the one that's getting hurt. You're not. This It's me. This is my life. And I don't want to live my life loving somebody that doesn't love me. It's hard. It really is. And it's just hard for me. It's hard for me. It really is. And so I guess I want to say I want to talk to him, but I've talked to him I don't know how many times. I've talked to him till I'm blue in the face. And I'm like, how else can I explain to you what is happening to me? I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell you that I am not where I am strong in certain areas. I'm not strong in others. And I'm a pretty strong woman. I've had to be, because I'm going through a whole lot in my life. And a lot of it had to do with my perception of reality, but that's because of the bipolar disorder. So it's not something that I'm doing intentionally. It's just me and how I respond and how I react. And I try to react differently. I try to respond differently, but sometimes it's really, really hard. Well, most of the times it's really, really hard. And I don't want to hate him. I don't want to hate him. We have a really good relationship, a good friendship. I think. But I'm having a problem with some of the things that he's doing. I really am. I'm having a problem with it, and I just keep, saying okay is cool, or whatever the case may be. But I'm having a problem, and I know that eventually that's going to turn into it's going to turn into hate. And so at some point I will completely just go ghost at some point, because you keep pulling on me. You keep pulling on me, but you're not giving me. Um, you're not giving me what I need, but you're pulling on me constantly, and it's. I don't know. So, am I being used? Is there, smoke blowing on my ass, or is he pissing in my face and telling me it's raining? I would rather someone just say, hey, you know what? And see, it's so, and I think that one of the reasons why I'm so confused is because he seems like he likes me. But I know for a fact that if that were the case, I wouldn't be in the place that I'm in with him. My feelings to him about things like this are frivolous. And they're not. They're not. They're legitimately legitimate feelings for me. Do I get over them? Yeah, I do, and I go back. But it's almost like an abusive relationship. Oh my gosh, I never even thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. It's an abusive relationship. I try to leave. Oh no, I need you in my life and blah, blah, blah. But then, the next day, you ghost me. Really? I don't recall, ever doing that to somebody that I needed. I really don't. I don't recall doing that to someone that I care about. I may sometimes, go through things, and I know he's always talking about I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. But I make time for the people that I care about. I make time for that. I do not use them. I do not do. Maybe it's just me. But that's a part of the breakdown, and the breakdown in communication between the two of us is too much. There's too much. I want something, or I would, love for things to be different, but at some point in time I have to realize that it's not going to be different, that it's not going to change. And so if it isn't going to change, then I have to change. And that means I got to make some hard decisions. I got to make some hard decisions, and I don't know how to make them. You ever been so drawn to someone that is like, if they weren't a part of your life, you feel like you would stop breathing because they're that important to you? But then knowing, how you feel about that person, and that person not reciprocating what you feel, that's even worse. That's even harder. And I've dealt with this all of my life, and I'm just tired. I really am. I'm tired. I don't even know, because I haven't been in a real relationship in so long that I feel like I'm not worth it to anybody, because it's so funny that every time I meet someone that I really like, and I don't mean a lot of people that I really like. I like people for them as them, but as far as as romantically like, that's hard for me, and it's rare for me. And so that's why I generally will stick things out. I'm gonna stick things out with you, because and here's the other piece: for me to find somebody that I really like and I will accept their foolishness is hard. And for I I really find people that I like pretty much all of them, everything about them, and clearly it's not everything about him, but for the majority, I would say that at least 90-95% I do like. And there's that one little 5%, but that 5% is more than the 95% to me, because that 5% hurts me more than anything. That's a part of the problem. It really is. That's one of the significant parts of the problem. And then it's also hard for me to find someone that's willing to put up with the stuff that I have going on. I have a lot of not a lot of, but I have a few mental health conditions. I do. And so it's sometimes hard for people to deal with me, because of some of the reactions and stuff that I have. Like right now, I'm having this significant reaction, because in my mind, it's so many things going on, and I can't stop it. I can't turn it off. I'm gonna take him out. Let's see, that dog. I'm gonna take him out and walk him, and hopefully I'll feel a little bit better. But right now, it's like, what do I do? What do I say? Because it's happened so many times with me. Well, no, probably about 4 or 5 times, to be realistic. And realistically, I should have taken it from myself and understand what I need and what I don't, but I allow him to talk me back into it, because I think, okay, well, maybe I'm just being overly dramatic, and I can be sometimes. But how do you deal with the pain from a situation like this? Because I know my I have to just completely cut that person off. I really do, in order for me to move forward. And I don't want to feel like this. I really don't. I really don't. I felt like this too many times in my life, and I don't want to make him feel guilty because he doesn't have feelings for me. That's not the that's not what I want. But I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to keep getting hurt like this. I really don't. And I feel as though if it keeps going in the way that it's going, that I'm going to is going to affect me more than what I want it to. And I'm just snotting and crying and everything else. But I got to get this out. I got to get this out. And I think this might be the only way to do it where I'm fully able to get out everything that's in my head right now, so people can, maybe start understanding why sometimes people do what they do. It's not intentionally that I do what I do. And the crazy part is that he accepts it, and he, not saying that he's okay with it, but he does accept it, and he did, but he does say it's a lot of work. I'm a lot of work. I know I'm a lot of work. I'm good when I'm good, but when I'm off, I'm off. And right now I am completely off because it's things in my in my um circle that I cannot control. And if I cannot control those things, then I have to remove myself from them. But the saddest part about this is, oh my God, I'm so pathetic. The saddest part about this thing is I still want him to feel the same way that I do. I do. I really do. And all that stuff about belief that we was talking about earlier and hope that we was talking about earlier, it means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. So all of that stuff I've given up. I've given up everything because I can't change the outcome of anything. Everything. I've just come to the conclusion, and see, this is where my head goes, that it's just, is it worth it? Is it worth it? But do I want to be alone for the rest of my life? Because it seems like I am. It's not a lot of people that can deal with me because I'm a lot of work. I know that I am. It is not a lot of people that will be able to deal with me. And when I do find people that are accepting of my nature and my mental health conditions, then I try to hold on to that person, because I'm not gonna find it all the time. Everybody is not, as laid back as people, as some people aren't. Some people, I'm not laid back at all, as you can see. I'm trying to see if it's raining, because if it's raining, I can't. He's gotta go out, or he gonna shit on my floors. Well, I've been on here an hour, and I think it makes me feel a little bit better because I did get it out. And I don't know how to get his attention. And at this point, there's nothing I can do but help me. I mean, I understand what he's saying. Is the money gonna start coming in, and da 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 da. And do I believe that it's aligned with what we're doing? Yes, I do. And do I believe that we're aligned together? Yes, I do. But to be honest, none of that matters if I don't have peace. And right now, I don't have peace. I'd rather have peace and be comfortable where I am and what I'm doing than be wealthy and not have that peace and continuously be like this. My peace has been disturbed and is continuously being disturbed. And I have to make some hard decisions. I don't know what decision to make, but I know I have to. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone has some thoughts for me in the situation that I'm in. because I cannot keep going through this, and I don't want to. I don't want to burden somebody with my my health, my mental health conditions, and that's what I feel like right now, that I'm putting so much on him, and he does not have the responsibility of taking care of me. He doesn't have that responsibility. It's mine. And he's not my man. He's not my anything. He's just a friend. So it's not his responsibility to help me feel cared for, loved, any of that. It's not his responsibility. It's my responsibility. But unfortunately, I don't remember the last time I've had that. And I really do want it. And at this point now, he's in my way of finding somebody that really and truly does care about me. Because like I told him, for me, once I really start liking somebody, we're hanging out, we're doing this and doing that, I do not waver. My sight is like I'm a racehorse that has the blinders on, because I don't see anything else. So if anybody did, trying to come into my life right now, I cannot see that. I cannot envision it. And I cannot envision it because my mind is elsewhere. And see, that's what the problem is. It's more than just that, but my mind is elsewhere, and it's not where it should be. So if there was somebody good that came into my life, I would be so distracted that I wouldn't be able to recognize it. It doesn't happen often for me, and it's so funny. I mean, I'm really a good person. I really do love, and I really do um help people as much as I can. I do as much as I can for people, and all I need is for them to understand that for me, it's hard for me to trust somebody. Oh my goodness. I don't trust people, because people will do you in. Those people that you love, those people that you give your all to, your 100% to, they will screw you, and not in a good way. And then you're left looking like a fool because you should have known, or you knew, and you still allowed it to happen. So, at this point, what do you say? What do you say to people that I'm like, don't take advantage of my good nature, because what happens is you reap what you sow. Do not take advantage of my good nature, because my nature is there. I am not changing who I am. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm just going to harden my heart, and I'm just not going to, let anybody close to me. I'm already like that. My heart is not hardened, but I don't let people close to me because of this. So now what do I do? I have to backpedal up out of this some kind of way. And I'm not sure of how to do it without I'm not sure how to do it without severing the relationship. I thought things were turning a little bit, but it's not. That was me being me, thinking ridiculous stuff. So I don't know. This is my life. This is my life. This is me. This is me. Really, really me. Most people do not see this side of me because I do not like for people to think that I'm vulnerable. I am because I'm that good-hearted of a person, and I've always been that way. And so I do tend to get into things that I am the one that always gets hurt. So I don't trust anybody. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who's going to make me feel safe. And I don't feel safe. I'm spiraling out of control right now. And there's nothing that I can do about it. I can't call anybody. There's no one for me to talk to. There's nobody for me to talk to right now. I don't like. I don't even like talking about it. I mean, sometimes I'll call the suicide prevention hotline, and I probably need to right now, but I don't want to burden somebody because of some stupid feelings that I have right now, and it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. I can't call my friends this late at night, and I don't like my people do not know me when I'm like this. I don't let people see this side of me. There's only a few people that have seen this side of me, and he's one of them. And the fact that he stays in my life means out, almost means nothing if you're there to take advantage of my good nature. I would literally do anything for him, and he knows that. He knows that. And I cannot be like that for someone that I don't think is in the same place that I'm in. It's not that I don't think he would help me out. But no, I just, the stuff that I would do for him is because I do consider him a friend, but I'm also in love with him. So turn those tables. You consider me as a friend, but you're not anywhere near the feelings that I have. So what you do is contradictory to what I do. And so how do you solve that problem? I don't think there is a way to solve that problem without just saying, you know what, fuck this. I'm not, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And I feel like eventually he's going to say that anyway, because I am a lot of work. And eventually people get tired. People get tired of dealing with certain things. And I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired of dealing with me. I mean, I go through so much. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff that I go through. Oh my God, and I don't even know how to. I'm trying to figure out how to work through it. Oh my God, I forgot to call my doctor's office. I'm trying to work through the things that I can work through. Deal with the things that I can deal with. But sometimes it's overwhelming for me, and right now I'm overwhelmed. And it seems to be happening more often now than it did before. Maybe once every 6 months or 8 months or whatever, I would go into these kind of moods, about this whole situation. And now it's kind of happening more frequently. So there is a change that's happening. And it's probably me because I'm pissed off that I allowed this to happen again with somebody that has no kind of romantic feelings about me at all. And it's like, how can I go through life continuing to get in situations like this and hurt myself because I should have known. I should have known. And because I should have known, that should have made me back off completely. And then I wouldn't be in this situation. So it is my fault because I saw it. I saw me having more and more feelings for him. And instead of me just tucking my tail and running, I didn't do that. I stayed around thinking, okay, well, this is a friendship and maybe I'm just overreacting. But when I started seeing it building, I should have been like, listen, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I am a lot of work. And I don't want for one day I'm going to look up and he's going to be gone. Did I just? Oh my God. I hope that was tears. One day I'm going to look up and he's going to be gone because he's going to say, you know, I can't do with you anymore. That's generally how everything works out. So I expect that. But then at that point, how devastated will I be if I'm not the one that removes myself? And so I always do that. I have to back myself out of shit. I really do. Because I know one day you're going to say, really? I know one day he's going to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, you are a lot of work. And you know what? You're not even my girlfriend. I cannot deal with you anymore. And it's going to happen. And when it happens, I'm going to hate him. I'm literally going to hate him. And I would never want to have anything else to do with him or anybody around him ever again in my life. And I don't want that to happen. I want for the friendship that we have to be remembered while it's good. And so when it turns bad, I don't want to see that. I don't want to leave the relationship because it's so bad. You know, the friendship we had because I can't concentrate. I can't control some of the things in my heart, and I try to do that as much as possible because I know I will. I'm that person where once I'm there, and that means for good. I'm there. Unless you do something really wrong to me. But shit, I mean, my first husband, he whooped my ass a couple of times, but I you know, and still I stayed. I stayed until I realized it's not going to change. And so at least I knew that. But this is what I'm saying. This is not going to change either. So I got to determine what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to be able to say anything to him about what I'm going to do. I'm just really going to change my phone numbers. No, I'm not going to change my phone number. I'm going to block my number. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block his number so that he can't contact me. And then if he can't contact me, then I don't have to feel this. I don't have to feel this way if he's not allowed to contact me. If I have prevented him from contacting me, I don't have to worry about him walking out on me later. I don't have to worry about it because I've already done it. I've already done it. I can't keep pretending that things are going to work out. I can't keep pretending that. And I'm tired of the spiraling. I'm tired of the manic and, you know, the mood swings. I'm tired of them right now. And that's when I go into my shell. And I'm ready to go back into my shell. I just don't know how to get back into it. Oh gosh. My whole face. I ain't got my glasses on, so I don't know how bad I really look at, which I'm sure I'm sure I look a mess. But even with me looking a mess, I had to some kind of way get this out of my head and onto something else, and hopefully be able to handle some of the things that's gonna come down. I mean, I'm gonna attempt to talk to him. Um, and if I don't get a sense that he really understands what is happening to me, then I'm gonna have to just disappear. I've done it before, and did it work out for me? Well, I didn't get hurt. So will this work out for me? It's not. It what would be horrible to work out is for me to stay where I am and how I am, and be devastated by his rejection. And see, the other piece is he's not going either way. He's not telling me, oh, yes, I really like you, but he's not saying I don't like you either. So right now, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm going down, I'm coming up, I'm going down, I'm coming up. And there is no end in sight. So how how do you deal with something that you don't know how to stop? And if you can't stop, you can't get off. And that's what I'm feeling. I cannot stop this ride, but I gotta get off of it. I have to. Because if I don't, it will kill me. It will kill me. Literally kill me. And I've been in that space before. I've been in that place before, and I don't like it. I don't like it. My life has to be worth something. Oh my God. See, my life has to be worth something. I have to. I started thinking about it. There's no one that depends on me. Nobody. Not even, I keep Cobb. Cobb is not my dog. He is not my dog, but he loves me. And I love that about him because he's loyal to me and I don't have to worry about him turning and saying, you're not, you're not the person I thought you were. And I don't have to worry about him saying, hey, I don't want to deal with you because he loves me. He loves me. And a pet, a dog, a cat. I don't know about the other things because I don't think they have any kind of feelings like that, affinity towards people. But I don't have any children, so I can't say that there's someone out there that loves me unconditionally. Well, I'm taking that back. My babies, my nieces and nephew, I know they love me so much. And I need to go out there and see them because maybe then I'll feel better because I realize that there are people out there that truly do love me and are not, there to just use me for the person that I am. And I know I've been on here for like an hour and a half, but I had to get this stuff out. It's got to come out. Excuse me. It has to come out of my head because if it doesn't, it's going to drive me crazy. And when I talk to him, I cannot even try. I try to explain it to him. But when I do, sorry, I'm just, oh gosh, I need to, this is so nasty. But oh gosh. When I do try to talk to him, he doesn't understand what I'm saying. He keeps trying to push me and push me. And if you push me to keep doing it, I got to release you. I have to release you and let you go. All of the stuff that I'm doing, guess what? He can get somebody else to do it. He really can. I'm not the end all of everything. All he gotta do is find somebody, and I'm sure he got plenty of people that's willing to work with him and do some of the things. I'm not special. I don't have anything special that somebody else cannot do for him. Anybody can do what I'm doing. Would it be a different outcome? Probably. And it's probably going to be a different outcome for me. But I'd rather be safe than dead. I'm just going to be honest, because I don't know how much more I can deal with right now. I just don't know. So I'm allowing you to see into my life, which is seeing into my heart and see in through my eyes. This is me. This this is my view, and it's how is how I think. And I hate it. I hate it, and I wish I could just stop. And how do you stop? How do you stop being who you are and accepting that you have mental conditions? So how do you stop having to feel? How do you stop it? I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to be in any kind of situation where I'm feeling, and that feeling is pushing me to my limit. And I'm at my limit right now. I really am. I cannot do it. I can't keep doing it. And so when I get to that place where I'm overwhelmed and I'm pushed past my limit, it's like, what is the purpose of all of this? I'm here on this earth, but there's nothing about this earth that, why am I here? What am I doing? What am I doing that's so great that I need to be here? I can't think of anything. I'm just living my life, and I hate thinking like this. I hate thinking like this. I really do, but I don't have a purpose. And when you don't have a purpose, what is the reason for continuing to hold on to something that it doesn't make any sense, or it doesn't make a difference whether you're there or not? Because guess what? Life is going to go on with or without you. One day, you got to go. So, doesn't matter when. When we were born, we were already dying. But when you're in so much pain, oh God, so gross. When you're in so much pain, it's so hard to see the silver lining. It's hard to see. You can't see the future. You don't know what that is going to entail, but at the same time, you know you don't want to be hurt again. And the only way you can be hurt again, you can't be hurt again, is that you just say, hey, I'm not dealing with any of this stuff anymore. I'm not even dealing with people. I don't want people around me because I don't want to get hurt by that person. And I've done that most of my life. I've done that a lot, most of my life. But those people that I do let in and let close to me, they always turn out to be somebody that's looking out for themselves. And where me, I look out for other people almost before I look out for myself. And this is true. I give of myself. I give a lot of myself. And for somebody to take that from you and then give you nothing is painful. It really is painful. And sometimes the pain is just great. Sometimes the pain is too great. Right now, I don't know how much more pain I want to deal with, because it seems like I'm like right back here every few years. I'm right back here, and I'm tired. I'm tired. I just want to know my purpose. I just want to know what my purpose is. If I have a purpose, then but if I have no purpose, if there's nothing, there's nothing special about me. And there's so much going on, I really do need somebody, and I don't have that. All I have is me. I only have me. And I don't even want to deal with me. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. And I'm tired. I'm just so tired of going through it. I really am. I'm trying to calm myself down. I really am. Because I know if I don't, I'm trying not to think about it, but it's hard. It's so hard not to. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this way ever again. I don't. I've lived most of my adult life without having someone that I allowed to be close to me. I cannot tell you the last time I've been in love with anybody. And now I realize, now I see why. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I always seem to, it seems like you always seem to fall in love with the wrong people. I didn't plan on this to happen, of course. You never do. But I don't like it. I don't like it. And right now I gotta try to boost my self-esteem because it's just not good. I'm not in a good place right now. And I try to be so strong, and I am strong to have gone through the things that I have gone through. But you can only be so strong. And at some point, it's too much for even you to handle. And I don't want to go that route. So, I'm so gross right now. Crying and snotting and oh my gosh. Just really telling my whole feelings, my whole story. You know, this is just a little bit of piece. This is a piece, a small portion, like this big of the things that I go through daily. And do you know how I would feel to be able to let somebody in my life that I can let this stuff out and just tell them this is what I feel, this is what I'm thinking, and not be afraid to run them off, because that's what I do. Before I let you leave me, I will leave you. I I'm not gonna be able to go through that again. I'm not gonna be able to go through that again. I don't believe that I could handle it. I really don't. And so before things get too bad, uh, I leave. I leave. I don't want you to remember me as that crazy girl. But yeah, I am. I'm kind of out there, but it's a disorder, and I don't like to be drugged down into a hopelessness. And right now, I feel hopeless. Um, I feel like there is. I feel like I've been doing too much. I've been trying too hard. I'm 48. I'll be 49 this year. I don't have anything to show for it. Nothing that matters, at least. Superficial stuff, yeah, I got all of that. But the things that really matter to me, I give all this up. I give everything up to find, if it meant that there was someone that I could be close enough to feel safe and to feel that they hold my heart in their hands and they would never do anything to break that. And I know that's probably a pipe dream or whatever, but it's I gotta feel safe, and I'm not safe, because if I'm not safe, if you don't don't let me feel safe in the relationship, then what am I there for? I'm not there for, I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm hoping that people can kind of understand that everything else I believe is protected, but my heart is not. And the only way I know how to protect it is to close it. And I know I said I'm not gonna harden my heart. I don't harden my heart, but I can keep you away from it, and I can keep you away from me. But how do I do it professionally and realistically? How do I do that? I don't know. my life, my life, my life. Okay, well, I guess I'm talking enough. I'm crying enough. My head is hurting now. I haven't taken Kobe out for a walk, even though he's over there snoring while I'm trying to deal with me. But you know what? He he does make me happy. He really does. And I want to be able to say that about, I mean, with people like me, I'm not saying that there has to be someone that to make me happy, but with people like me, with some of the thought processes that I have, I need somebody that's going to calm me, that's going to calm me, that's going to consider how and who I am. So I got married before, I've been engaged and whatever. But I don't want to marry somebody for the wrong reasons. I don't want to be with somebody for the wrong reasons. And I definitely don't want to be with somebody that I do not feel safe with. If I don't feel safe with you, I don't feel as though you know how fragile I really am, and I can't be real with you, and you don't understand the danger in should I say danger? The I'm not gonna say danger. Oh gosh. So gross. If you don't understand the consequences that may occur with dealing with somebody like me, then you will be really, really at a loss when, you see me like this, or, I'm like, hey, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot take this anymore. I can't. And I hate feeling like that, but right now, I do feel hopeless. I feel like my whole life has been just superficial. And I don't know what to do. Can't pray about it. Heck, I done prayed about it all my life. It ain't never changed nothing. And don't tell me, oh, well, you just gotta wait. No, I've waited all of my life. I don't have to wait. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of asking for something that's never been even the ability for me to even have the ability to do. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to go. I don't want my thoughts to completely overtake me and control me. Because if it does, and when it does, then my thoughts start to be really irrational, and to be honest, just like I said before, there's only a couple of ways to take away the pain. And sometimes it's like I don't want to feel it. So sometimes that I go into basically hibernation mode and just not talk to anybody, not move, not do anything but sleep, sleep, sleep. And I know when I start doing that, it's bad. It's really bad. But I'd rather sleep and hopefully move past it. Excuse me. Than decide to take my own life. And I'm laughing, but sometimes there are some times that I just don't feel like there's anything else I could do because I don't want to feel what I'm feeling right now. Okay, well, I guess it's time for me to get off of here because I gotta get up early and I still haven't taken him out to walk. And I know he got a pee by now. Even though he's over there snoring, I know he got to go. So as right now, I have a purpose. I have a purpose. He needs me. No one else might, but he does. So, I might get an emotional support pet or something. Because at least I would have uh something to look after, and someone to look after me because it helps me. It does help me. Even though it's not helping me right now, but he ain't even my dog. Excuse me. Okay, well, I think I'm safe. I've talked about it. And so that's all I can do right now. And I'm going to take my medication. Well, okay, I'm going to take my medication and go to bed. And hope that in the morning I'll feel a different way. I'm just, I got to give myself some time. And I got so much stuff I got to do. Oh my gosh. Clients. Okay, well, hopefully I'm done crying for tonight. And hopefully I'm thinking a little bit more straight than I was earlier, just even a little while ago. I'm gonna go take him for a walk, but we're gonna walk and I'm gonna smoke. And maybe that will help to calm me down because sometimes it does help to um, calm my nerves and anxiety. And right now, that's kind of everything is out of control. That's why I feel like it's out of control, and I don't know how to regain the control. And so that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Yeah, thanks for listening. I hope I get no nap because I got nothing. But this is real. This is me. This is real me. Um, Either you love it or you don't. Ain't but two ways about it.